What's the matter? Can't sleep, princess? Oh, yeah, me too. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I could sleep fine. I'm just, watching you toss and turn over there. Look, I gotta ask. Are you okay with all of this? Being here, I mean, being, well, with me. Well, I saw your face when we walked into the lobby tonight and in the elevator and, well, definitely when we got to my door. You stared at the ceiling mural for 5 minutes straight. No, it's okay. It's okay. I did the same thing the first time I could afford a place like this. Except I actually touched the walls to make sure they were real. Do you, have any questions? Why did Tony kiss my ring? Okay, look, princess, he was just messing with me. He knew how important you are to me, and he just, well, he was being dramatic. Look, I'm not gonna deny it. I like being a powerful man, but I don't. Yeah, no, I didn't ask him to do that. Never did, never will. No, princess. I swear he's never done that in his life. He knew this was the first time I've ever brought someone home, and he thought it'd be funny to watch me squirm, so I'm gonna break his bones tomorrow, by the way, just so you know. No, of course I'm joking. I need that guy. Hey, come here. You're way over there, and this is a big bed. Why, you think I bite? Well, I mean only if you ask nicely. Come, I'm kidding. Come here, you're making me feel like I have cooties or something. So, back to these questions. Do you have any? I mean, what's on your mind? You're being too quiet. It's making me nervous. You know I don't do nervous well, princess. Go ahead. The security stuff? Huh. Well, it's a lot. I know. Makes you feel safe and trapped at the same time. It's like you're in the most secure place in the world, but also like you can't just walk out and grab a coffee like a normal person. Which, by the way, you totally can. The coffee shop downstairs knows my order. Marco already know you, and he'll make you whatever you want. Though he will probably absolutely bombard you with teasing questions about me. That guy's all right. But seriously, princess, I get it. The locks, the cameras, the vaults. This place, I mean, yeah, it's a bit much. I mean, it had to be. It definitely had to be with you here. Hey, you want to know something funny, though? I had them install all this stuff to keep people out. Never really thought about how it might make someone feel once they're in. Like they're dating some kind of, I don't know, witness protection guy or something. Which, for the record, I'm not. Just a guy who's made some enemies over the years, what can I say? But you are safe here, Princess. Safer than anywhere else in the city. I made sure of that. I've never had to think about how all this security stuff would look to someone I actually care about. Does it freak you out? Be honest with me. Because if it does, we can figure something else out. I've got other places, quieter places. Although, none of them have that, that fancy shower we had so much fun in earlier. I used to sleep with a weapon under my pillow. Yeah, every single night for probably 15 years. Haven't done that once since we started seeing each other. Something about knowing you might end up here, I don't know, made me want this place to feel less like a bunker and more like a home. I actually had the guys remove half the cameras last week. The ones in the hallway by the bedroom, the kitchen ones. Yeah, it felt weird knowing they might catch us making breakfast. Or something. Though I did keep one by the front door. Sorry, that one's staying. We just have to make sure to stay out of it. Look, Princess, the reason for all this security, it's not just paranoia. There are people who would love to know that I have someone I care about. Someone who could be used to get to me. That's why Tony was being such a goof tonight. He knows how much you mean to me. And he knows that makes you... Well, it makes you important to protect. Hey, you know what I was thinking about earlier? When we were walking up here? I was thinking about how different this feels. Having someone here who I actually want to protect instead of just, like a business associate or whatever. 6 months ago, I was perfectly happy being the guy who didn't do relationships, didn't do feelings, definitely didn't do whatever this is we're doing. My biggest worry used to be quarterly numbers or whether we needed to renegotiate territory. Simple stuff, black and white. And now I catch myself checking my phone every 10 minutes when you're at work. Thorne caught me doing it during a meeting last week and hasn't let me hear the end of it. Oh, wait. Let me tell you a secret, but hey, promise me you won't laugh at me. All right. So I've been carrying around this jewelry box for 2 weeks now. Not for that. Not yet. Just, so I saw something that reminded me of you. But I keep chickening out because, I don't know, what if you think it's too much? What if it makes you realize how completely gone I am for you? And like I said, nervous ain't my specialty. I've never been the guy who buys gifts just because. I ain't never rearranged my whole life around someone else's schedule. I mean, I've never even wanted the idea of coming home to the same person every night. It's a little discombobulating, to say the least. I mean, you make me want to figure out how to be the kind of man who deserves to wake up next to you every morning. Yeah, I used to think love was a weakness. I'd see it happen to other guys in this business. They get attached to someone and suddenly they're making stupid decisions. They're taking unnecessary risks. I always told myself I was smarter than that. Too focused, too careful. But then, oh shit, you walked into that restaurant and you told me off when you thought I was being too mean to the staff. You remember that? You didn't even know who I was. Just saw some guy being rude to the waiter and decided to do something about it. Excuse me, but that's completely unnecessary. That's exactly what you said. I was so shocked I couldn't even respond. For like 10 seconds, nobody talks to me like that. Nobody. Ever. The waiter looked like he was gonna faint. He knew exactly who I was and why we were having that conversation. But yeah, you just stood there, arms crossed, waiting for me to apologize. Like you had every right in the world to call me out. And I did apologize right there in front of everyone. Even though the whole thing was just business. And then you smiled at me. And I swear to God, Princess, that was it for me. Game over. I spent the rest of that dinner trying to figure out how to see you again, without seeming like a complete psychopath, which, considering what I do for a living, was probably a lost cause from the start. But you saw something in me that night. Something worth giving a chance to. And I still don't know what it was, but I'm grateful for it every single day. I know this probably sounds insane, okay? But I've never felt protective over anything that wasn't business before. Never had something that was just mine. Something good and pure and completely separate from all the complicated things I deal with every day. You are like this perfect thing that somehow ended up in my very imperfect life, and I have no idea what I did to deserve it. But I'll tell you one thing. There's no way I'm giving it back. Sorry, gosh, I'm getting all sentimental on you. Must be the late hour making me emotional. Or maybe it's because you're wearing my shirt and it's doing things to my brain. Yeah, I'm lying here talking about terrible first meetings and sentimental nonsense instead of, I don't know, checking security feeds or going over tomorrow's schedule. Do you know how long it's been since I've had a conversation that didn't involve at least one contingency plan? With you, I actually forget about all that stuff. Which should probably worry me more than it does. I can't even remember the last time I just laid in bed talking to someone. Usually by this time of night, I'm either working or I'm passed out. But here I am, wide awake, and I don't even mind. Your hair smells so good, by the way. What is that? Vanilla? Something sweet. It's nice. Different from, well, everything else in my life, I guess. What do you put in it? Oh, yeah? I keep finding myself just breathing it in when you're not looking. Which sounds creepy when I say it out loud, but you know what I mean. Everything about you is just soft. In a good way. In the best way. Like your hands. They're so small compared to mine. I noticed that the first time we held hands, how they just fit perfectly. And they're always cold. Do you have some kind of circulation problem or something? Not that I'm complaining. Gives me an excuse to warm them up. You feel so warm against me right now. Like you belong here. Which is crazy because this place has been empty for, God, I don't even know how long. But having you here, it's like it finally makes sense. Even the silence is different with you here. Better. I used to hate the quiet. Oh, boy. Always had to have something on TV. Music, whatever. Just noise to fill the space. But, this kind of quiet. With you here, it's not empty. It's peaceful. I like it. I don't know. Everything just slows down when you're close to me. All the chaos in my head, all the things I'm usually thinking about, it all just gets quiet. You're getting sleepier, aren't you? I can tell. I can tell by the way you're getting heavier against me. No, don't try to deny it, princess. Your whole body just relaxes when you start drifting off, like you're completely trusting me to keep you safe. And I will. Best believe I will. Your eyelids are putting up a fight. Just sleep, princess. Oh, you want to keep talking to me? You want to keep talking to me? That's all right. We still have tomorrow and the rest of our lives to talk about everythings and nothings. You're not going anywhere, princess. And neither am I. Is it also because of the fact you're somewhere new, though? Because I get that it takes me forever to fall asleep in hotels. You know what helps me when I can't shut my brain off? I think about boring stuff. Like, I don't know, what I'm going to have for breakfast tomorrow. Whether I remember to water the plant by the window, which probably didn't. Actually, I should tell you. I should probably tell you now. I'm terrible with plants. That thing is definitely dying. But you'd probably know how to fix it, wouldn't you? You seem like the type who could keep something alive. Maybe you could teach me. Make this place feel less like a fortress and more like somewhere people actually live. Somewhere you'd want to stay. We could get more plants. Fill up those empty corners with something green and, I don't know, alive. Maybe some of those flowers you like. The ones you stopped to smell at the market last week. Yeah, you got so distracted by them, you don't even notice me watching you. You had this little smile on your face. You were so peaceful and happy. I wanted to buy you the whole flower stand right then and there. We could have fresh flowers here all the time. Would you like that? Just fill the place with things that make you smile. We can make Sunday mornings a thing. Sleep in late, make terrible coffee, read the paper. Well, you could read the paper. I'd probably just watch you read the paper. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could get a dog. Something small and ridiculous that you'd spoil completely. You know, I can imagine you now sneaking at treats when you think I'm not looking. You'd probably name it something completely unexpected, too, like Princess Junior or something equally ridiculous. Now, listen to me. Planning out our whole domestic future while you're... Are you actually asleep, Princess? Look at you. So peaceful. All that tension you were carrying earlier, it's completely gone now. You know, I never thought I'd be the kind of guy who watches someone sleep and think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. But here we are. I hope you dream about those flowers. Dream about Sunday mornings. And about Princess Junior. Sleep well, my beautiful girl. I'll be right here when you wake up. Always right here. I love you.